Happy, Happy Wednesday, gang. We did it. We're halfway through the week. Hump day. Weekend's coming. A couple more days. Congrats on making it this far. Hope you're having a great week so far. Again, making the most of what you can. Remember to smile. If you're happy, tell your face. If not, tell your face anyway. Sometimes that'll help cheer you up a little bit. And it takes more muscles to smile than to frown. So you'll burn a few extra calories if that helps as well. So share those smiles with those around you. I just wanted to hop on for our evening kind of rendezvous here. If you didn't know, I am bilingual. I speak French, so there's a little example of it. Just the main message today, just again, it kind of builds on what we've been talking about. 2 days ago, I talked about adaptability, being able to, hey Jessica, being able to change on the fly. Things are going to change, things are going to happen quickly. Things change daily, if not hourly, depending on where you are and what's going on. So adaptability, being able to change as you need to, whether it's to external situations right now, but also internally, adapting if you need to. Yesterday we talked about patience, having patience with people you're dealing with people you're living with people you're listening to online, with yourself, and your programs and your routines that you're trying to implement and hang on to. Give yourself that permission to be patient. And today I want to talk about kindness, being kind. So I was out today for my daily fresh air break. Hopefully you got yours too. If not, let's get outside after this and get one in. Even if it's just in your backyard, taking a few big breaths in and out, getting some fresh air, it helps things clear up a little bit, helps you feel better. If the sun's still out, you get a little vitamin D as well, which our bodies need right now. So definitely get those in, multiple if you can, but at least once a day I try to get outside. So I was on my fresh air break. I decided to go for a little walk downtown Barrie, and our waterfront is very busy, typically. There's a very nice trail system. It goes all around. So it's a pretty busy place anyway. Today it wasn't as busy as usual, obviously with the situation, but because it was a nice day here, it was a little warmer, it was a busy spot. So for the most part, people were being really good, keeping our distance from each other. Obviously that social distancing is so important. Everyone was either pausing to let people go by, or cutting across to another section of the trail, or stopping off at some benches to clear space, and just kind of making the most. And then there was one lady who was sort of perturbed at everybody for being on her sidewalk. And there was lots of space when I went by her. She kind of went off to the side, and I could hear her commenting, like, what is wrong with people? But I couldn't tell. She had headphones in and was holding her phone, so I wasn't sure if she was just talking to somebody about something or whatever. And she didn't really say anything to me going by, but she did stay out onto the grassy area. There was lots of distance, and I made sure I was at the kind of opposite side of the walk to give that social distance, that social space. And then two ladies that were behind us, or behind me in front of her, were walking, and they were keeping their social distance. I'm not sure if they had to or if they were just doing that or whatever. Anyway, so they didn't really make room for her. So she got really upset. And what are you thinking? And yeah, the social distancing is important. You need to do it. And and she just yelled at them kind of for it. And the ladies were like, well, we're keeping our distance between us. So I see both sides of it. They didn't make room, which typically you should anyway, social distancing or not. It's usually polite to make way for someone coming the opposite way. Hey Jen, how's it going? It's just a trail. It's not marked. Some of the trails are marked biking and pedestrian, but you're still on one side. So there wasn't a ton of space. Just in general, again, one could have slid in behind the other and come back out to make the space. She had lots of room too. Maybe if she was that concerned about it, maybe a little more secluded area for this individual would have been a little more appropriate. A trail where there's not as many people, she could have went out and walked and enjoyed herself. And the other two, again, should have made a little more effort to give the space. But I just thought in the time that we're in right now. Obviously, we're trying to be alert and be aware, like I talked about, not dwelling on things. But a little bit of kindness would have maybe helped that situation, or maybe reminding the people, or just saying it in a politer way. And then maybe when they explained that they were keeping social distance as they walked together, then maybe they could have, maybe they just could have been reminded of it, that, oh, you know what, maybe I should have tucked in behind you to make space for her to get by. It was just a weird situation that was very avoidable by both parties, and they all had lots of room to get by anyway. It was just a really quick blow up about it. So again, not knowing the person, maybe she had other things on her mind that she's dealing with, and again, we don't know. I just know that her as the person that walked by me and was making comments to herself, it sounded like, whether it was to herself or into a phone, and then she sort of had a snap at these two other people. So try to practice that. Hey Tracy, how's it going? Try to practice that kindness to people whenever you can, and again, being polite and courteous. The two ladies side by side, again, if one had tucked in behind the other for that moment, they still could have talked and had their distance. That lady could have went by, had her space from them, and they all just could have carried on with their day. And then she wouldn't have had to yell at them to say that, hey Jocelyn, how's it going? To get her point across. Not that, again, she really, I think, had to anyway, but again, I don't know the backstory. So yeah, be kind to each other, gang. Everyone's really kind of on edge, I guess, about this, not knowing what's going on, different changes, different things occur, how you're going to handle it, how your family's going to take it. If you have or someone you know has a higher risk of things, you have to be conscious of things, obviously, and be aware. But try your best to be kind to others around us. This is a time where we really need to be together as that community I keep talking about. The community as far as a common group together, but also the community you live in needs to be stronger and better. So let's practice that kindness. Think before you talk. If you're concerned about being around a ton of people, then maybe look for places that aren't as busy to go to, different walking trails or areas or different times of the day. Like I said, that area is busy all the time. It wasn't as busy as it probably could have been on a regular day without the isolation and the distancing. But it's a nice day. People want their fresh air. They're running groups, and again, everyone I came across kept their space, kept their distance, and we were all just alert to each other, said hello, smiled, and kind of went on our business. So we need our fitness, we need our health, our mental health, we need our clear minds. We need to hydrate and eat well to keep our immune systems well. We need to lower our stresses as best we can, and we need to be kind to each other as often as we can. If you're at the grocery store, those people are working really hard. If we're dealing with medical staff, if you're dealing with first responders and frontline workers anywhere right now, anyone essential is still at work. So be polite, be patient. If you're stuck in line for a few minutes, you're stuck in line for a few minutes. Make the most of it. Try not to take it out on people around you. Give them a smile, give them a thank you, give them a hello, ask them how they're doing. Gives them that sense of, again, community, and that people do care. And it hopefully helps them handle their situations that they come into with more kindness. Because then we want that to spread throughout the community. If I'm kind to you, chances are you'll be kind to other people, and it'll pass on and pass on. We'll pay it forward. Again, I keep coming back to that snowball down the hill as far as yourself, but this is the same thing. That kindness wheel, if we get it going, more and more people, it's going to pass out, it's going to spread along the community, and that kindness and that happiness is going to help us handle situations. And if you've been tuning in, I talk about how we're, as a society, kind of stuck in a fight or flight response. It's a response we have to situations where adrenaline pumps in, and it's a survival tactic from caveman days, basically, that if a situation came up, we could either get away from it or we could attack it head on and fight for survival. We haven't really shed that, And because there's so many pings and alerts and things coming at us, we tend to stay in that level. And because there's so many things going on, it doesn't let the body heal and recover as much as we'd like it to. That's why there's lots of inflammation in people now, and different stress and tensions, because we don't come out of that. One of my mentors, Todd Durkin, says you need yin and yang. So we need that aggressive, that hard work, pushing, going, but also that quiet, more mellow time to let things come down, to let things recover and repair. Hey, Ferric, how's it going? So our bodies can adjust and adapt and repair and unwind and de-stress, and our immune system can build itself up and stay strong. So again, gang, if you're interacting with people, whether it's online, if it's in person from a distance, if you're talking to people on the phone, if you're calling about your assistance and different things going on, try to be kind. Be kind to people. Everyone's trying to do the best they can in this just different situation that I'm not really used to. So make the most of things. Spread that kindness. Spread that smile. Talk to people if you can. Give them that minute. Again, your little smile or moment of kindness to them could really make a difference in their day. Because again, we don't really know what everyone's dealing with right now, as far as dealing with this self-isolation and social distancing and everything going on. And I just want to reiterate, be alert, be aware, but try your best not to dwell on things. Don't get too sucked in. One of the other things I noticed on my walk today was a lot of the people I passed, if they were walking in groups, hey Rachel, they were discussing the COVID-19. And that a boy Ferg, yes, hello, get out and get that fresh air, buddy. We'll see you soon. Thanks for hopping on. Enjoy. Have a big breath of fresh air for me. A lot of people were talking about it, and I understand it's top of mind. And there's different information, like I've said, coming and going, and things we need to be aware of. But sometimes, again, it's nice to take that break. So thinking about what you're doing, maybe you could try to make it a choice. If you missed that video, hop back and look at my choices video I did a few nights ago. You can make the choice to say, you know what, how about when we're out for our walk for the next little bit, we talk about something else. We're getting fresh air, we're moving, we're helping ourselves. Or the first bit of the walk, if you're walking a certain loop or a distance, how about when we get to the clock in the middle of town where we turn around, how about then we stop talking about this, let's chat about something else. Hey Jerica, hey Joseph, because again, getting it out is healthy to an extent, but if you spend the whole time just talking about it, for some people that could make them uptight, and just again dwell on it a little bit more. So again, a lot of people that were just discussing different things that happened today and changes, and how things are going to work out. Again, we need to be alert, be aware, but try not to dwell on it. So make those times. And typically movement and activity is a great time to tie in that break from it, if you can. If you need that outlet to talk about it, then use that outlet if that's best for you. But again, try to find that balance as best you can, where maybe there's a little bit of time at least without talking about it, or intermix talking about other stuff. There's no sports to talk about, so I'm not sure what else to talk about. But talk about the nice weather, talk about a book you've been reading, talk about the things you're choosing to get better at that we've been talking about, those things that on the other side of this you're going to finally have been better at and working on. Talk about those, because then you're putting it out there and you've got someone hearing it that's going to go, oh, hey, you said you were going to work on that online course. How's that going? And then you go, oh, I didn't work on it. I didn't get a chance. And they're like, well, you said you would. Do you need a hand? Or they'll keep checking in. And then you think, oh, they're going to ask on that walk about my course. I better get on this. It's accountability. It's just like having a workout partner at the gym. They're going to keep you accountable, keep you on track. So try to share other information. Talk about things if you need to, get it off your chest. But again, try not to dwell on it too much. Don't let it consume you every day. Look for other things to talk about, discuss. We've talked about music and DJ sets here that I've seen that I really enjoyed, and musicians doing live shows and different things and different funny jokes that come across social media. and hearing them. So again, try to mix it up at least. If you can't cut it out all together, or if you need to get it off your system and talk about it, then definitely do that. But try to intermix other things with it so it's not dominating your day and your topics of conversation, because again, that's more of a weight coming down on you. So again, gang, feel free, reach out, send me a DM if you have any questions or comments, or if you're working through something, or if you need accountability, we can help each other with that for sure. And if you're not sure, if I'm not sure how to kind of give you that proper assistance, if it's beyond my realm of expertise, then I'll do my best to either refer you to someone or try to find some options to refer you to, or some resources that way. Again, gang, we're all a community within these lives. I know there's other trainers that are just 2 or 3 trainers at least have popped on while I've been talking. So there's quite a resource network that I have access to and that they have access to. So like I've said, if I don't know a guy, I probably know a guy. And if they don't know, then I probably know a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy. It's such a big network and a community just within fitness and health. We have a lot of outreach that we can get answers if you need them to those questions or those concerns that you may have right now. But again, the big thing for today, be kind. So you guys have probably heard this in my daughter's school, and I've seen it at other places as well. They did a picture, and it's the description above the picture says, "I," put the I in kind, and then they had kind written out in big letters, and they stood as the I in kind. So for the next little while, think, how can I put the I in kind and spread that kindness out throughout your area, that energy. Be kind to people. Be kind to yourself, especially. Be kind to yourself right now. We need that as well. Again, that's where that routine and working on those things come in. But be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. And let's, again, try to make the most of this situation that we can, and try to treat it with as much positivity and kindness that we can, because that's how we're all going to get through it. And again, my mission for you and for me is for all of us to be way better on the other side of this than we were going into it. Let's show them how it's done, gang. Let's really be that example. Let's be that that guiding light that brings other communities on board and goes, whoa, look at that group over there. They've got their acts together. So that's it for tonight, guys. Again, happy Wednesday. 2 more days to the weekend. Woohoo! Tomorrow morning, core work at 9 a.m. Eastern if you're around. Thanks again this morning for hopping on and all the feedback for our cardio drills. You guys rocked it this morning. Let's see those workout selfies if you haven't already. Tag me at POYBFit. Again, core tomorrow at 9 a.m. Need your mat, need your towel, need your water, need your smiles. And keep bringing that energy, guys. Keep on with that positive momentum, that forward motion. That's all we need to do, is just keep things moving, keep progressing forward towards that goal you're working towards, and things will happen, things will come. All the best tonight, guys. Enjoy your Wednesday. Happy hump day, and we'll see you on Thursday. Have a great night, guys.